Welcome to the chemistry class, children. I hope all are safe and enjoying your days. Bible verse says, "But the Lord stood with me and gave me strength." 2 Timothy 4:17. ICAC 7th Standard, Chapter number 4, The Language of Chemistry. Session 8. Subject Chemistry. Children, we are doing our 4th chapter. We have started this new chapter in our last video. Before going into today's video session, we will be recapping what are the things we have learned in our previous video session. In our last class, we have learned about chemical reaction. I hope you all remember what is chemical reaction. It is nothing but a reactant is a substance that changes to one to the another substance, and it is called product. So, and also in chemical reaction there will be a substance and there will be an transformation. Transformation means nothing but change of substance. So in a chemical reaction there will be two important things. One is reactant and another is product. And we know that reactant will be written on the left hand side and the product will be written on the right hand side. Then we have learnt about decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction means a substance will break up into smaller substance. The next topic that we have learnt in our last video session is making chemical equation more informative. So under this topic we have learnt that how we can make a chemical equation more informative by adding few things like condition for the reaction like temperature, atmosphere and catalyst, and also we can mention the color and state of reactant and product, and also indicating the gaseous product and precipitate for the chemical reactions. So these are the things that we have learnt in our last class, and also we have learnt atoms rearrange themselves during a chemical change. So when a chemical change takes place, what happens? The atom within the reactant side will rearrange itself and forms the product. While forming this, the number of atoms on each element will remain same. So these are the topics which we have learned in our previous video session. In today's class, we will be learning about energy change in chemical reaction, examples of exothermic and endothermic reactions. So in today's video session, we will be learning about in what form the energy will be in chemical reaction, and also we will be learning about few examples for endothermic and exothermic reaction, and also we will be learning what is meant by endothermic and exothermic reaction. Children, now you just imagine that why we all eat food. We all love to eat food, right? Every day we eat 3 times. So why do we eat food? Yes, I hope you all come to the answer. If we eat food, we will get more energy. So in order to get energy, we eat food. The first topic that we are going to see is energy change in chemical reaction. So in chemical reaction, how the energy is changed, that is what we are going to see here. So when the energy change, what happens is there are two possibilities. First one is breaking up of reactants. Second thing is making of products. So when there is a change in energy in a chemical reaction, the first thing that will happen is that on the reactant side there will be breaking up, and on the product side there will be formation. Okay, and this energy will be released or absorbed. The energy is absorbed or given out in the form of heat and light. So through heat or through light, the energy will be released or given out. So here you can see two pictures. The first picture you can see, which is the example of exothermic reaction. One is, you can see the arrow marks, which refers to the heat is given out, and you can see in the second picture where heat is taken in. So when the heat is given out, then the reaction is said to be exothermic, and if the heat is taken in, then the reaction is said to be endothermic. So the definition for endothermic and exothermic reaction is, a reaction in which heat is observed is called endothermic reaction. So in endothermic reaction, heat will be observed, or we can tell it as heat will be taken or heat will be given out. And a definition for exothermic reaction is, a reaction in which heat is evolved is called exothermic reaction. So in this reaction, the heat will be evolved. So I hope you all understood the definition of endothermic and exothermic reactions. Children, now we are going to see few examples for endothermic and exothermic reaction, and we will be ending up our video session. So first let us see example of endothermic reaction. So I have already told you what is endothermic reaction. In endothermic reaction, heat will be observed. You might have already seen here in this picture, endothermic reaction, the heat is taken in. So remember that in endothermic reaction, heat will be taken in. Endo means in, thermic means heat. So in endothermic reaction, heat will be taken in. And in exothermic reaction, exo means we know it is out, and thermic means heat. So heat is given out. In exothermic reaction, heat will be given out, and in endothermic reaction, heat will be taken in. So in endothermic reaction, the surroundings, it is hotter than the surrounding, and in exothermic reaction, it is hotter than surrounding, and in endothermic reaction, it is cooler than surrounding. So now let us see the examples for endothermic reaction. Now you know what is endothermic reaction. It is the reaction in which the heat is observed or heat is taken in is called as endothermic reaction. So here you can see the first reaction, N2. N2 means nothing but nitrogen, which is in gaseous form. That is why it is denoted as small g, plus oxygen, O2, in the presence of lightning, or we can say it as electric spark. What happens is, it gives nitric oxide, N2. So it is an endothermic reaction, because here in this reaction, light is observed. So the reaction is taken place in the presence of electric spark. So it is one of the example for endothermic reaction. Now let us see another example. The decomposition reaction caused by heat is called thermal decomposition reaction. So here the reaction is taken place and the energy is here observed in the form of heat. So in the previous example, we have seen the energy is in the form of light. In this example, we can observe that the energy is in the form of heat. So here the equation is, calcium carbonate is heated at 500 degrees Celsius. It forms calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide, that is CO2. I repeat this equation, CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate, which is heated at 500 degrees Celsius. It forms calcium oxide, CaO, and along with it, it forms carbon dioxide, CO2. So it is another example for endothermic reaction because in this reaction heat is absorbed. Now let us see few examples for exothermic reaction. So I have already told you what is exothermic reaction. It is nothing but the reaction in which heat is evolved, or we can say it as heat is given out. So here the example is the equation will carried out in the presence of burning. So the first example you can see is carbon plus oxygen on burning, it forms CO2. So in this reaction the heat is given out, right? Similarly another example H2O2, that is hydrogen plus oxygen on burning, it forms water. So here also you can observe that heat is evolved. So it is an example for exothermic reaction. Exothermic means heat will be given out or heat is evolved. Another example, calcium oxide plus water. This calcium oxide formula is CaO, which is also called as limestone. So calcium oxide plus water reacts together and it forms calcium hydroxide plus heat. So here you can see the heat is given out. So has the along with product the heat is given out. So this type of reaction is said to be exothermic reaction. This calcium hydroxide is called as slaked lime. So when we do this reaction we can observe the heatness around the beaker. That is, which refers to heat is given out in this reaction. So it is an example for exothermic reaction. The last example is sodium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid reacts and it forms NaCl, that is sodium chloride plus water. Along with it heat is produced. So it is also an neutralization reaction. So here in this equation we have to take 5 ml of dilute sodium hydroxide in a test tube and then we have to add dilute HCl, that is 5 ml of dilute HCl. When we add sodium hydroxide and HCl into one test tube, we can observe that heat is evolved. So the test tube becomes warmer, that is you can observe the heatness in the test tube, which means the heat is given out from the reaction. That is the reason why we feel heatness around the test tube. So it is an example for exothermic reaction. Children, I hope you all understood today's topics. In today's class we have learnt about energy change in chemical reaction. So when energy change in chemical reaction, it involves breaking up of reactant and making of products, and this energy will be in the form of light or heat. And we have seen about what is meant by exothermic and endothermic reaction. Exothermic means heat will be given out or heat is evolved, and in endothermic reaction heat will be absorbed or heat is taken in. Then we have seen few examples for exothermic and endothermic reaction. So in endothermic reaction we have seen nitrogen and oxygen in the presence of light, it forms nitric oxide, and calcium carbonate on heating it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. And the example for exothermic reaction which we have seen at last is sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. They both react and they form water, sodium chloride. Along with it heat is produced. The assignment for this video session is you have to write few examples. I have given few examples, right? You have to learn all those examples and you have to write it in your note. So write few examples for exothermic and endothermic reaction. Children, I hope you all understood today's video session. Meet you all in the next video. Thank you.